Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about Social Security disability and Parkinson's disease. Now, I will tell you that I don't see a lot of Parkinson's cases because I think most of them are approved early. There is a listing for Parkinson's disease, and the listing is part of Social Security's Blue Book that describes various medical conditions. If you meet the listing, if your condition is equal to what is described in the listings book, in particular listing 11.06, you will be approved early on at the initial application or reconsideration. And the listing focuses on, not surprisingly, both decrease in motor function, use of your limbs, as well as mental capacity. So a lot of people, if they have moderate to advanced Parkinson's, have a difficult time with using the limbs because of motor control problems, and there could also be some cognitive decline. However, some cases do fall through the listings, and especially if the Parkinson's is early on in the diagnosis and there's some functioning remaining, sometimes the adjudicator will not conclude that the condition is necessarily progressing is fast enough to approve that person right then. Although again, I think that most of the time with Parkinson's it can be difficult to arrest it, although more medications and surgeries can slow things down a little bit. But in any case, if you have Parkinson's or Parkinson's syndrome and your case is denied at initial, you should definitely appeal. If you're denied at reconsideration, definitely appeal that. And if we get to a hearing, what I would focus on would be the same thing the listing focuses on. That is loss of motor control, meaning use of the hands, arms, legs, difficulty with balance, difficulty getting up from a seated position. Those are things that really resonate with Social Security judges, as well as cognitive limitations if those are present. And again, sometimes there are not cognitive limitations, which again might make it more difficult to meet a listing. So if the only issue is motor control problems, that might be a situation where the adjudicator will not approve it and it has to go to a hearing. Now, what we're looking for, obviously, is a statement from a treating neurologist or other specialist about the Parkinson's disease and the progression of it, the attempts to control it with medications and or surgery. And by the way, you're not obligated to have surgery. Social Security does not punish you for not having surgery, but you are expected to be compliant with medications and treatment unless the side effects are simply too bad. But bottom line is that you want to do everything you can to slow the process of the disease down and to be compliant with what your doctor has to say. If we get to a hearing, many times the only really issue in a hearing would be onset, meaning that the judge would recognize that the condition at the hearing is significant enough that would prevent working, but the question is, when did it reach that position? You may have alleged an onset date, let's say April of 2013. The judge may feel like May of 2014 is a more appropriate onset date because that's when certain medical testing documented a more severe level of impairment. That's something that I would discuss with my client, that could happen, and of course it's usually better to take a fully favorable decision than to take your chances that a judge would deny you entirely, although with Parkinson's it's not very likely. So generally Parkinson's cases are strong cases. They're typically approved early, but if they're not approved early, it may simply be because the level of symptoms has not progressed to the point where it would be fully disabling from a simple sit-down type of job, or because there was not objective testing, or because the onset date alleged is not consistent with the medical record. Those are things that we can easily fix at a hearing. So if you're dealing with this situation, you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me by email or by telephone. Happy to try to help you any way I can. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, and again, reach out to me with any questions. This is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. the 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case, and a topic that every disability claimant wants to know, how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.